nowadays? How are you guys? It is a sunny Saturday afternoon here in Wisconsin, and I was craving this dessert, and I thought, oh, what the heck, I could just hop on and do a live video. It is it's an eclair dessert, or some people call it a cream puff dessert, and I just wanted to show you, just chat a little bit while I make up the crust portion of it. Brad is going to help me. So Brad, can you drop a picture in the comments of what the final dessert looks like? So I've made this before, and the kids love it. The kids can even make it too. So if you love dessert and you need something to take to a party, go ahead and comment down below, yes please. It's yummy. If it makes it to the party, I give you a lot of credit. For those of you that are new to my broadcast, welcome. And if you're watching by replay, thanks for hopping on. Let me know where you're watching from. I would love to connect with you. And by the way, my name is Jen Rao. I am your keto cooking beauty guide, and I love to help you feel beautiful inside and out while sharing awesome and amazing products. So we're gonna get right into it. I'm gonna make the crust right now, and then I'll probably come back later tonight, and then I'll make the rest of it. We have a birthday party to go to. So, where do I gotta start? Okay, so the crust is really just egg whites. We're gonna beat those up really stiff, and then I fold back in the egg yolks, and it has a little bit of protein powder or egg white. I am using egg white unflavored powder today. I realize this is backwards and I can't reach my camera to flip it around, so I apologize. But I do like the J-Rob. I just really like the flavor of it. I like baking with it. I just like everything about it. So this is the egg white powder. I do also use the whey powder, and this is unflavored. If you have vanilla, that would work fine. Chocolate probably would even work fine. But I'm using unflavored today because that's what I have. I'm out of my vanilla flavored. So I just need to start breaking some eggs. So, Brad, did the picture post or no?
No.
Why not?
This is a bunch of numbers and a JPEG.
Did you save it to your phone?
It won't let me do it.
What do you mean it won't let you do it?
I saved it as a picture and it still won't.
Oops, I'm separating my eggs. So this recipe is going to call for 4 eggs. So he's trying to post the picture. I promise it's yummy. And so we're going to separate 4 eggs. And so, do you prefer baking or cooking? Drop a what's down below? Drop a cake down below if you like to bake, and drop a pizza down below if you like to cook. So I already was preheating my oven, so that's done. So while we're getting this all ready to get mixed up, I have exciting news coming soon. I will have 10-day turbo up your keto diet meal plans available to purchase. So for those of you that have been following me for a while, you know that I have followed the low carb ketogenic lifestyle for quite some time. It's probably going on 5 years. Brad's trying to show me something. Excuse me. 7 years. I've lost count. But anyways, when I first started, I followed a high-fat ketogenic diet, and it didn't help me get towards my goals. It wasn't putting me in the right direction. I was actually gaining weight. And over the years, I started doing my own research and came across a couple different groups. And they were more about focusing on protein, which I was sacrificing because I was told I needed to up the fat intake. And I could never get the amount of protein in a day that I needed because I was consuming so much fat, and fat is so filling. So once I started changing my macros to focus on protein, keeping it low carb, and keeping my fat and using that as a lever, that's when I started to see results. And what I realized was there's tons of information out there, and I'm not a doctor by any means, and I'm not a nutritionist, but I know what worked for me. And I know if it worked for me, there's got to be somebody else out there that was having the same struggles that I was having. So I have been working with clients for the past year, and I wanted to see if the macros that I was doing for myself would work for other people, and they have been. So that's exciting to me, and I thought, you know what, there's got to be a need for more meal plans that have an emphasis on proper protein and low carb and using fat as a lever. So the whole thought process behind this is if you have body fat to lose, you don't want to put in tons of dietary fat. And that was the mistake that I was making. So if you're following a low carb or ketogenic lifestyle and you're not reaching your goals, and everywhere you turn it's telling you to up the fat that you're eating, you know, eat more cream, eat fat bombs, eat this, eat that, chances are that's where you're going wrong. But then I hear, but Dom, what do I eat? So that's when I thought to myself, I'm like, you know what? I know I struggle with this same thing, so there's got to be other people that want to know what they should eat. So coming soon, I will be releasing meal plans. So they're not going to be customized to you, because when I do a custom meal plan, I take into consideration your likes and your dislikes. Obviously, the macros are going to be set because I follow lean body mass index as a guide as to where your macros are going to be set at. But so like I'm 5'4", and I know that I need 94 grams of protein every day to meet that, and I keep my fat at around 80. Usually it's a little bit lower, but between 75 and 80, and then my carbs are typically 20 or less. So that's based off of my 5'4" height, right? So what these plans would entail is if you're 5'4", you're going to get a plan with those very similar macros. If you're 5'5", you're going to have a requirement of a little bit more protein. So if I remember correctly, you're going to be probably into like the 97 grams of protein. So if that makes sense, go ahead and give me a thumbs up below. If you have questions, leave question marks, and I'll reach out to you and I'll clarify a little bit. But if that sounds like it might be of interest to you, go ahead and comment interested, and then I'll reach out and I can give you a few more details about the plan and cost and when I'm looking at releasing them. So I'm just really excited about that because I think that there's going to be a lot of people that find them beneficial because there's nothing out there like that. When you Google the ketogenic meal plans, you find everything that's really high in fat. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. I'm just saying that it didn't get me to where I needed to go. And it hasn't helped some of the clients that I work with. So if it's working for you, absolutely fantastic. And if it's not, reach out to me. I'm here. I'm happy to help. Okay, so I just separated my egg whites. I have my KitchenAid mixer here, and I have my yolks. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to whip up my egg whites. I love my farm fresh eggs, and they whip up so nicely. And I do use a little bit of cream of tartar. Brad, did you get the picture to post yet?
No.
No. Brad only had one job, guys, and he couldn't do it. So I'll have to post the picture later. I know I've shared it before on my Facebook. It's like a chocolate eclair. It's a big round circle with some strawberries on it. So that's what it is. I'll post a picture after I'm done because I'm pretty sure I'll be able to post that. So I'm gonna just whip up my egg whites. I poured in a little bit of cream of tartar. Kind of noisy. I wish it would go a little bit faster. Sorry, whipping egg whites is like watching paint dry. They're getting there. we got whipped egg whites. I'll show you what they look like. I like them pretty stiff. So when I used to do this with a hand mixer, I swear it took me like 10 minutes. So if you don't have a KitchenAid, you need to get one, especially if you whip a lot of egg whites. Okay, so here we go. You can see them. They're pretty stiff. They're not gonna fall out on me. And what I do next is, so I'm just gonna make the crust portion. I think I already said that, right? I have my yolks, and I'm gonna just whisk them up a little bit so they're separated. So it's crazy that this egg white actually makes a pretty good crust. I know there's some recipes that don't fold the egg white or the yolks back in, but I like the yolks back in. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of vanilla, and I'm adding that to my yolk. So probably about a teaspoon. And then we'll just mix that back up. All right, so you ever go to the Wisconsin State Fair and have cream puffs there? Ugh, those are to die for. This is pretty good. This is a different take on it because it actually has like a custard filling. So when I make them homemade, I'll actually make the custard. When the kids make them, they'll use sugar-free pudding. So if you're in a hurry and you want something in a pinch, you can use chocolate or vanilla. It's good both ways. The sugar-free Jell-O pudding, where you add your almond milk or coconut milk or whatever you decide to add to it. Though I will say that they have the sugar-free brand. They are the Jell-O. They've changed their formula a little bit, and I believe it has maltodextrin, and that does spike my blood sugar. So if I make my own, then I don't tend to have issues with that. All right, so I'm a messy cook. I need somebody to just, Brad, you want to clean up for me?
That's what we got kids for.
That's what we got kids for, he says. Yeah. Okay, so I have my egg whites. And the other thing that I'm going to put into my yolks is some swerve. I'm going to put, let's see here. I'm going to put two teaspoons of swerve into my yolks. And then I'll mix that back up, just to give it a little bit of sweetness. So I'm just gonna mix that. And what's gonna happen is I'm gonna fold in my protein powder and my egg yolks. I'm just gonna move that out of the way. Brad, I forgot to get a 9x13-inch pan out. Can you grab one out, please? Where's that? You think he doesn't live here?
I don't cook, that's for sure.
All right, so.
Is that down here?
Yeah, that's down there. Okay, so I'm gonna add a scoop of my protein powder. Now, I'm actually using egg white protein today, and it is unflavored. You can use whatever you want. My battery's going dead. Can you hit the button? You've got lots of jobs to do. Oh. Hey, Anthony, how are you?
Hey, that's Anthony.
Hey. Okay, so I dumped in my protein powder, right? And now I'm just going to gently, like, you don't want to attack it or anything, because I promise you then the egg whites will fall and it won't be the same. You'll end up with like a flat pancake type thing. All right, and we need spray, coconut oil spray.
Where's that?
Really? He doesn't like it too much in the kitchen, or at least that's what he wants you to think. He grills some mean steaks and burgers. We'll keep the baking to me.
Coconut oil?
Yeah. Yeah, you can spray the pan. So I do like to grease the pan. I use coconut oil spray. You can use whatever you want. All right. Oh, and I lost half of my light.
Getting dark.
I need to charge
Daylight
it.
savings time.
All right, so what are you guys up to today? Yes, I'm trying to, Anthony, but I don't know. He thinks he can just come in and eat it, right? But he doesn't have to help. I don't know where he gets that from. You certainly don't do that, do you? All right, so what are you guys up to today? So I want to get this whipped up, and then we're gonna go pick up my mom, and then we're gonna go to my niece and nephew's birthday party. So we're gonna have some fun. Spencer shot archery this morning, and so we watched that. We had a home tournament. Okay, so you can see that I combined that protein powder in, and my whites are still fluffy. All right. Hello, hello. If you guys are just hopping on, I'm making my eclair dessert. Brad was in charge of posting a picture in the comments, but apparently he can't post pictures. I don't know what the deal is. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead. I have my yolks out, and I'm gonna pour them into the whites. Right? So do you guys have, you guys ever make eclairs? They're yummy. I like them because they're light and fluffy. And the best thing about this dessert is I've taken it places and nobody can even tell that it's low carb or keto. All right, so I just pour it in. I have my spatula. All right, so if you guys want the recipe, you got to comment recipe down below and I'll send it to you. All right.
Don't have me send it.
Yeah, we won't have Brad send it. It'll never make it. Okay, so here's what this looks like. And I'm gonna go ahead and just combine that. So you're gonna want to make sure that your egg whites are set up pretty firm. I probably took a little bit of a shortcut because I felt awful watching you guys watch my mixer whip egg whites. It'll still taste okay. And you have to be gentle, so I'm just folding it in because we don't want to take any more air out of the egg whites than necessary. And so I preheated my oven to 300 for this. And yeah, all right, almost done. The yolks like to go to the bottom. All right. And then all we're gonna do, Brad already sprayed my pan. I just have a glass 9 by 13 inch pan. And he already sprayed it. And we're gonna just take this and dump it right into our pan. So you can use, the last time I made a double batch because we had company, and I just used a pizza pan and I lined it with parchment paper. You can do that as well. So since Brad didn't post the picture, I will try and post the picture.
It ain't my fault, really.
Also, if you are just hopping on, I hope you can catch the full replay because I had some exciting news. What's up, Anthony? I was just about to ask what you were making. Yes, I'm making an eclair dessert with some egg white. It's a whipped egg white base, and then I typically make a homemade custard out of egg yolks. If my kids make it, we make it with sugar-free vanilla or chocolate pudding. So it's fun to have them get involved in the kitchen too. All right, so, all right, yes, so hopefully you can catch the replay. I had some exciting news about something new that I have that will be coming out. And if you catch the replay and you're interested, make sure you comment interested down below and I'll reach out to you. Okay, so here's what it looks like. I'm a messy baker. Okay. All right. So I just smoothed it out, right? And this is gonna go in the oven for till it's like a light golden brown color, so 15 to 20-ish minutes, depending on your oven and its temperature. So that's the base of it. And like I said, I will post the recipe if you're interested. I should say I'll send it to you if you're interested. And so comment recipe down below. Otherwise, I hope you have a fabulous day. Brad, you're gonna come and shut my camera off because I can't reach it. And if you have any questions, go ahead and feel free to reach out. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate each and every one of you. So you guys have an awesome rest of your weekend. Bye.
Finish.